simple introduction. And I'm sure I'm going to discuss today something that is going to be the new discovery. A lot of people talk about insurance, but not many of them understand the very important prospect or part of the industry called subrogation. So I'll shed some light on it today and how AI/ML is changing the industry. So let me welcome everyone to the session. Today's business talk on insurance and AI. Myself, Abhishek Rai, Shri already gave my introduction. So I'm a senior data scientist at Gigaforce. Gigaforce is a unified platform based on a DLT blockchain. We are leveraging AI, ML, and RPA driven solutions, and where all the transactions are shared securely between all partners of the insurance ecosystem. So insurance, as we know, is a big industry, and we everyone is there in some at some place. We take part in the insurance via, let's say, auto insurance or health insurance or property insurance. So insurance ecosystem is a big one, and subrogation is a very important part. So I'll focus more on the subrogation industry for this session and how AI is impacting the industry. So moving on, let's start by understanding what subrogation means. If you ever had an insurance claim, then you may come across this term. In simple terms, subrogation is a principle that allows insurance companies to step into the shoes of insured claimant and pursue claims against a third party responsible for causing the damage. So if you see, when you sign a policy with an insurance company, you give some rights to the insurance provider. Generally those are subrogation rights. So you basically give them the right to, they can pursue a claim damage against a negligent party. So these all are the terms of the insurance industry. So you still have the right to pursue your legal action against the negligent party, but still you give your right to pursue a subrogation to the insurance provider. So in 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 simple terms, let's take as example as a auto insurance. So if you're in a car accident and an insurer pays for your repairs, the insurer may later pursue the reimbursement for the other's driver insurance company. In this scenario, your insurance company serve as your proxy and helps you recover the fund from the responsible party. So we'll discuss more about this. So giving a brief, and let's dive into the mechanics of subrogation and why it's crucial for the insurance industry. So it helps insurer recoup losses, if I have to say, for subrogation. So which in turn keeps the premium low for policyholders. Additionally, a subrogation is successful. That means that potential refund for you and your insurer. So imagine you had a minor fender bender and your insurance pays for the car repairs. Later on, uh, your insurance successfully recover those costs from the at fault party, and this recovery can lead a refund to you, even if you have paid some kind of deductibles that can be recovered based on the subrogation process. So let's talk about the steps that are involved in subrogation. uh, so probably let me start by saying that, okay, when you file a claim, uh, the company, the insurance provider, sees if there is a potential in that claim or not. How they can gather that information is by your information that you put while you're involved in an accident. So let's say you have given some information about uh, that the type of accident or people that were involved, and insurance information, deductibles, and what happens, a description of the incident. So these things are researched and investigated by the insurance company, and this comes under the process of subrogation for that particular insurance provider. Then they determine the liability, that were you at fault or is it someone else who is at fault. And why I'm going through these steps is basically, this is a lot of manual process that is involved in these kind of steps, and this is where AI and ML will impact most. So identifying the potential claim, they're doing research and investigation, determining the liability. Then obviously a notice of subrogation is sent to the party, and then there is a negotiation and settlement which is involved. Then if required, people can take legal action, and after all of that, if there is some recovery, so you will get your money refund, and then you close that claim. So it's insurance is not ending when you get your refund, but insurance ends when the subrogation process or the collection process is completed. So okay, I'll discuss more how AI is impacting it in the next coming slides. So common scenarios where subrogation is applied is can be auto accidents. So I've already given example where you get your money refunded from the negligent party. Then there is property damage. So if someone's tree fall on your backyard, then obviously you can sue or file a claim again to your insurance provider, and they can again sue that person for subrogation and not suing for arbitration, but they will pursue the subrogation and try to recoup and refund the money. Similarly, with the product liability, natural disasters, workers' compensation, healthcare, these are like few of the examples where subrogation is applied. So to know where AI/ML is applied, we have to be aware of the challenges in the subrogation process. So identifying subrogation opportunities and determining fault liability. When I'm saying this is, as we discussed in the steps in the previous slide, I'll go back to one, uh, identifying the potential claim. So these are the first things that all the uh, big insurance companies have a process for, and they identify subrogation opportunity. Why it's important, because if there are 10 steps involved in the process of subrogation, and you identified it wrong, then at the end of the cycle, even after investing so much resources, you might end up with no refunds. So identifying subrogation opportunity, and then if there isn't subrogation opportunity, then determining who is at fault. It can be you who might have caused the accident, or the negligent party who might have caused the accident. So after a car accident, let's say the insurance company identify the subrogation opportunity, and then they pursue the reimbursement from the at fault party. So determining who is at fault and determining the subrogation opportunity is one of the main steps, uh, where the AI impact will come, like AI will make a lot of impact there. Then it is a time consuming and a manual process involved in subrogation. So a lot of processes involves like collecting evidence, reading through a lot of reports, contacting manufacturers, negotiating settlement, taking the legal process if needed. So these takes months to complete due to back and forth communication and documentation required. So uh, this is where the Gigaforce comes in, where we have a integrated platform where all these things are managed in a secure way on a blockchain. But other challenges are like legal complexities and regulatory issues. So statute laws of each state comes in. So if your company is, let's say, based out of Texas, and the case is of uh, California, then the state laws are different. So to have those all kinds of uh, legal issues that will come while subrogating, and to have a regulatory issues like different laws for different state, we have a manual process where a lot of emails, a lot of letters, a lot of notices are exchanged. So the contractor disputes liability and the case goes to litigation. Then the insurance must navigate complex legal issues, including providing negligence. So some are pure comparative states, some are uh, competitive in this case. So understanding the state specific construction laws or driving laws or complying with the statute of limitations are very important. Then the complexity of multi-party state subrogation. So in this case, let's say multiple parties are involved. Uh, you are involved in an accident where a commercial truck, a passenger car, and a motorcycle are involved. So this can be like people can sustain injuries in this case, property damage. So determining fault is complex, and information exchange between all these multiple parties are also very complex, which can lead to no result in no refund from subrogation process. So these are the some of the challenges from subrogation. As we explore more about like how AI is adopted throughout the insurance industries, something that will move on forward in the next slides. We'll see that AI is important for the insurance industry, but insurance industry is known for traditionally been conservative in adopting technology. However, AI is shaking things up. So, according to a recent survey uh, conducted by National Association of Tradition. National Association of Insurance Commissioner, 88% of the respondents indicated an interest in using the exploring AI and machine learning in their operation. So this is a big number for the survey for the industry, which is generally traditionally late in adopting technologies. And among companies' operation areas, if we see that reports are varying levels of AI ML use, we'll see that 70% of them are using it for claim operations, 50% of them are using it for marketing, 50% almost for fraud detection, then rating the claims, underwriting the policy, and then loss prevention. So these are some of the findings from the report. We'll talk about what else in this report. So so how AI is being used in the process. To answer this question, let's examine the data elements that are used in the industry to train models. So in this report, this also came like the vehicle data, loss experience, medical information, geocoding, telematics. These are some of the examples of the elements that are used for creating models. So data is very important when we want to create some AI or ML solutions, and the information that insurance companies in this report are using these kind of data to create models. In addition, insurance are exploring consumer scores, driving behavior analysis, voice analysis, and even online media presence to improve their models. So these are some of the important data points that generally whoever is in the insurance industry, in the subrogation industry, and they want to use AI model or ML model for their subrogation process, then these are the data points that we have to look into. And I'll walk through the steps that are required, how we can identify the opportunities for AI and ML in the next slides. So, according to this report, different tasks are performed using AI/ML. So, not all companies are doing one kind of task. If you see, automation is something that defined as no human intervention on execution. So, a lot of companies are using AI/ML for automation, as I discussed earlier in the previous slides. That all this process is very manual labor intensive, so a lot of manual hours are required to go through these documents, go through these datas, and get letters exchange. In some cases it's legal parties are also involved. So uh, the manual process becomes a hurdle or a roadblock in this case for the efficient subrogation process. So automation is something that a lot of insurance companies are using this AI ML model for. Then there is augmentation, defined as the model that suggests an answer and advise the human in making decision. So augmentation is another part where we are helping people who are in the insurance industry to make their decision efficiently, to help them prioritize their work by creating a model around what they are doing on daily basis, and then helping them have a support in case they want to prioritize their work. Different examples of this can be one of the things that Gigaforce is doing for their client is we are giving subrogation opportunities, flags or scorings to our clients. So we provide them with the potential for subrogation in the claims, and then on the basis of that, they are making efficient decisions that they want to pursue that claim or not. Which if we decide like how much time it will save a lot of manual hours if you have to prioritize your work, and when you don't have to jump into a claim and up front that okay, I want to prioritize this claim because there is more subrogation potential there. Then support is something that we define as a model that provides information but does not suggest a decision or action. So sometimes it's basically on the analysis of data that I have discussed in previous slides. We just try to provide in subrogation that if we can give them some kind of information which makes them take work faster or make decision faster or confirm them that okay, you can go in this direction or that direction uh, using AI/ML. That is something that is called as support. So we are not taking any action basis on the prediction from the model, but we are giving this support to the people who are already working in the industry, and we're helping them to work faster on the claim by providing them a lot of information using AI/ML, and by providing them information where to look into the claim to understand what's going on into the subrogation process for this particular claim. So learning on the like what are the claim models that are used in subrogation. So claim models are used for claim approval process, determining the settlement amount, evaluation of images. So a lot of image data is present. So even when you are involved in an auto accident, you share the image of the damage. So these kind of things will come and has to go through some kind of manual eyes. So evaluation of images, then informational resource for adjusters. So adjusters are basically the people who are working on the claims to look at different kind of information so that they can make a decision on that claim, and then claim assignment decisions. So we are not only helping adjuster to make decisions, we are also efficiently analyzing the claims and then assigning them to the different parties that are involved in the subrogation process. So these are the main tasks that are done, but this is not an exhaustive list. If we implement, we can go to a very long list where AIML can be helpful. So I'll go on what are the different technologies, AIML technologies that we can use for subrogation process. One of the important ones that I have seen is predictive analytics. A lot of talk about these days about chatbots, about chat GPT, LLMs, but the basics of traditional machine learning using predictive analytics are something that is used intensively in the industry and can help a lot in a lot of places to the subrogation process. So AI powered predictive analytics tools, machine learning algorithm to analyze historical data and identify the patterns that can help insurance predict which claims have high likelihood of successful subrogation. So this is just an example what I was just discussing with you guys before this. So by accurately identifying subrogation opportunities early in the claims process, insurance can reduce cost and improve recovery rates. So this is something that has been intensively used in the industry. Then again, there is a lot of unstructured data, so natural language processing comes into the picture a lot if you are doing anything related to AIML in the insurance industry specifically, where a lot of things are present in the form of documents. You have to have some kind of natural language processing understanding, where NLP technology enables computer to understand and interpret generate human language. In subrogation, if I have to say, NLP tools can be used to automatically analyze claim notes, incident reports like police reports, and other unstructured data set to extract information for determining fault and liability. So one of the important aspect of subrogation is identifying who is at fault, and to identify that the information is present in those documents. So to understand the how NLP can help us tackle that problem, where we are able to understand those documents, extract relevant information from them, and then use it for our models to create some kind of support system for the adjusters where they can easily determine liability. And even some cases, if the data is good enough, people can identify liability by using the model directly. So this is something that is happening in the industry. Another way is intelligent automation. So AI powered automation tools can streamline manual and time consuming tasks in subrogation, such as document review, evidence gathering, and communication with involved parties. So when I say intelligent automation, it starts without any manual interventions, and systems are created. And Gigaforce is one of the companies that are providing these kind of automation to the insurance industry, where people can come and without human intervention throughout the process, whole process of reading, documenting, gathering the information can be automated. And then over top of it, AI ML models help them build some kind of system where things are done automatically, scored automatically, opportunities are there, identified automatically, liability is decided, and then we close the claim automatically. So it's basically end-to-end automation of the intelligent system using RPA and AIML. Uh, Chatbots and virtual assistants are one place where big insurance companies are using these kind of system, AI-powered chatbots. An example will be that a lot of big companies are using HR systems, using uh, chat gpt apis and all, where people are going through these chatbots and getting answer of 95% of the calls. uh, so this is something that in chatbots and virtual assistants are used for inside big insurance companies. Image recognition and analysis is another part. It is basically AI powered image recognition engines are there that can analyze photos specifically to the damages that are caused during the insurance subrogation process. So uh, the different type of models are required there to train these kind of models on image recognition, whereas accident scenes can be assessed, the fault can be determined based on the type of the image, then estimate and repair cost are already some of the technologies that are used by big players in the insurance industry. So this technology can provide valuable insights for subrogation investigations and negotiations. Last but not least is legal and regulatory compliances. So the documents, if we have to enter what kind of legal and regulatory compliances are there, the like for each state, there is a different problem, there is a different rule, there is a different regulation, and to have a one system that deals with all kind of different kind of regulations is a very difficult thing. So to have a AI powered tool that can help us decide on the basis of different states what different kind of models should be applied, or what different kind of laws should be implemented. This helps insurers navigate the legal complexities and whatever the regulatory requirements associated with the subrogation there. So these tools can monitor changes in laws and regulations, provide compliance guidance, and generate legal documents. So one of the examples is uh, creating a summary uh, for legal purposes, and based on the information, and some of the models like chat gpt or any large language model can be used for this particular purpose. So moving on to the next, basically what are the benefits, uh, how if we are implementing AI in these kind of areas, then what are the benefits that we are getting from applying AI. So if we have see, mainly four benefits are there. Improved accuracy in identifying subrogation potential and assessing liability. So this is one of the biggest advantages, that you don't have to go into a subrogation claim without knowing that what will happen at the end of the claim. So if you know that the outcome, there's a 95% chance that the outcome will be in your favor, you will definitely like to prioritize that particular claim. So that's the improved accuracy in identifying subrogation and assessing liability is something that's a major benefit for using AI/ML. Then automation of repetitive tasks saves hundreds of hours for manual labor. Then enhance decision making and negotiation capabilities with data driven insights. So if you have insights from the historical trends, which you can see, and these kind of trends, see the historical data and predict that uh, these are the things that can happen with this particular claim. So a person who is working on that subrogation, their decision making can be enhanced, and they can have a upper hand in negotiation when in the subrogation process. And then reduction in time and cost associated with the subrogation claims. So with introduction to AIML, a lot of processes are automated, and even if it's not automated, just a simple model uh, telling you a lot of information ahead of jumping into the claim gives you a clear insight in what direction you want to work, which saves a lot of time and cost. So you won't be able to a good example of this will be basically, let's say in a claim where you think that where a adjuster thinks that there can be legal case and they involve the legal teams for it. But if they know ahead using the AI models from Gigaforce, let's say that we don't need legal processing for this particular claim, as we know that we won't be able to gain anything. So that delta is there, which helps them reduction in time and cost associated with that particular claim. uh, so moving on to the next part, what are the steps? So if I have to ask, like, in subrogation, what are the strategies that can be helpful when we are implementing AI? So how we can start with implementing AI in the subrogation process? So analysis of historical data, uh, uh, basically analyzing whatever the historical data is saying, and tapping onto the trends is one of the steps that we can start with. Then identifying bottlenecks and inefficiencies in the process of subrogation, which I've already discussed previously. Then prioritizing high impact use cases. Basically, you want to prioritize cases where you are maximizing your bottom line. So that is also one of the important things that we need to keep in mind. Then engaging cross-functional teams. So this is something that requires, while building AI/ML system, that you need to engage cross-functional teams throughout the process. So it's not just one team in subrogation that does all the work. It can be legal teams, it can be adjusting teams, it can be third parties where you get the data from. So engaging all of them, or it can be just a SME who knows everything about that particular department, and engaging with them to understand where are the potential bottlenecks, or if this use case will have high impact is an important part. Then building organization buy-in. So if you think that something can be bought in which can help efficiently run this process, is something that we should focus on. Then conducting feasibility assessment. So one of the important aspect uh, of using AI is you have to do some kind of feasibility study whenever you are working on the problem. Conducting feasibility assessments are very important, so that you are not, at the end of the cycle, you are not short-handed. That I will drink something. Sorry. So exploring AI-powered solutions. So if there are already solutions that can be used for that particular problem, so in that case, we have to consider always the build versus buy thing. Then running pilot projects are very important starting points for all the solutions in subrogation related to AML, or maybe in general in the industry. Ensuring ethical and legal compliances. So this is one of the points that I wanted to discuss. Is basically, as we have seen in AIM, a lot of there was a call for pause on generation of AI models, large language AI models, by big players in the industry. And this is because we tend to start AI models without ensuring the ethical and legal compliances. So this becomes very important, and we take care of it uh, with great urgency for whenever we are developing models for subrogation in at Gigaforce. Then continuously monitoring and improving is another step that we need to take care on. Moving on to the next slide. So if you will ask me how we can, like, start in the AIML when you're discussing subrogation, or let's say in implementation of subrogation, what are the cost effective strategies that you can use? So I'll go with starting with low risk and low complexity is something that you should focus on, and then building confidence in the process helps you move to a more complex structures. Sorry. So low risk and low complexity use cases present ideal opportunities for insurance companies looking into to introduce AI into their system. So use simple cases, let people be familiar with the AIML into their workflows, and minimizing the potential challenges and disruptions. So this helps adopting of better adoption of AI into the subrogation process, or let's say in any process in the insurance industry. So low risk use case might involve leveraging AI to automate the identification and flagging to clear cut subrogation cases. So this is one of the examples that generally is used throughout industry, and even in Gigaforce we started with this, something such as like a scenario where another party is clearly at fault in an auto accident, In such instances, AI can assist in quickly extracting relevant information from the claim files and identifying cases where the subrogation potential is. So this approach allow insurers to benefit from the efficiency and accuracy of AI while mitigating the risk associated with more complex scenarios. Simpler use cases help demonstrate successful deployment of AI and in straightforward cases, and automating the example of these cases can be automating sorting, flagging, fraud potential. So these helps elevate concerns about AI from the general user or day-to-day user of AI. As stakeholders witness the tangible benefits of AI, such as reduced manual workload, increased accuracy, improved recovery rates, they are more likely to embrace the technology and support its broader adoption in more complex subrogation scenarios. So, and one of the important aspect is another important aspect I will say is focus on open source solution where AIML researchers build solution on top of each other's research. So one of the recent example is Hello Dolly. This is basically done by open source researchers where people are using Databricks in this case to democratize Chat GPT. So instead of using Chat GPT APIs, these are open source resources that are available that can be easily retrained and fine tuned. So focusing on open source is another important aspect of building a AI and building a confidence in AI. Moving on to the next part, what are the success stories I'll discuss at Gigaforce is we are successfully implementing AI for subrogation. Then what's we are doing that is helping us or helping our clients. So we are dedicating to empowering our customers by enhancing their ability to prioritize subrogation claims based on the recovery potential. So to achieve this, we are leveraging combination of sophisticated machine learning and deep learning methodologies that enable us to analyze and protect complex claim data effectively. So, recognizing the value of unstructured data in the claim process, we are also actively developing in-house capabilities that include creation of comprehensive knowledge bases. So going through this data throughout the historical data that we have, understanding it, developing knowledge base, not just for the person who is working on it, but a knowledge base that can be transferred for future learnings and development. So this knowledge base serves as a vital resource for extracting insights for our unstructured data, enabling our client adjuster to process claims with greater efficiency and precision. In our commitment to building trust and fostering adoption of AI powered solution, we are placing a strong emphasis on explainability. So this is also an important aspect of AIML solutions when we are discussing around the insurance industry, that we believe that providing our customers with clear understanding of how and why our models are making specific predictions is essential for its adoption. By offering transparent explanation for our model's decision making process, we enhance user confidence in our solutions and facilitate the rapid adoption of our technology in the industry. So this is one of the successful cases that we at Gigaforce are doing for our clients. Uh, I'll move on to the next slide. What are the ethical considerations and challenges in AI and subrogation? So data security is something that there's concern related to data privacy, security, bias in algorithms. So this is something that people working in the AIML industry for insurance, they should be taking care of when we are building our models, that there are no bias involved in that AI algorithms and data privacy and security is maintained. Then are there any legal implications? So addressing legal and regulatory implications of the AI is very important for the subrogation industry, and preserving expert knowledge. So this is something then when we are building a solution where we are replacing some kind of manual effort, preserving that expert knowledge, balancing the need of automation with the importance of human judgment is very important. So basically, if there is an SME or an expert, uh, preserving their knowledge, balancing the need of automation, that this much automation is required and will be helpful, but at the same time not neglecting all the experts together. So that is something that is a consideration that we take into when we are developing our model. So conclusion is basically harnessing AI's potential AI technology holds the potential to revolutionize the subrogation process by automating key aspects of claim recovery, prioritizing claim based on recovery potential, extracting valuable insight from unstructured data. Starting with low risk and high reward strategies can be a successful way to implement AI in subrogation, and exploring opportunities and challenges are another way to challenge the status quo and to develop something that can create ensure transparency and address potential challenges. And we encourage stakeholders in the industry to explore the vast potential of AI in subrogation. Thank you, everyone. I'll let the floor open for